Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. In this video, I'm briefly going to discuss, as the title can be seen, we're going to be discussing the EB-5 visa and the fact that it's recently been in the headlines in connection with Mr. Kushner's family, the special advisor to President Trump. I'm bringing up this video mostly because I'm not a particularly political person, just on a personal level, and on top of that, this is neither the forum for politics nor what I really want to discuss it anyway. It's more from the standpoint of the EB-5 itself. The EB-5 visa, it has sort of a mixed reception amongst the general population. And again, I've got an article here from Zero Heads. It was put up by a poster called Econ Matters. The headline is Kushner family tells rich Chinese invest $500,000 and immigrate to the United States. There's two things about this headline and this article in general that are noteworthy, and that are noteworthy from the standpoint that it needs the issues and the misimpressions about the EB-5 need to be dispelled. The headline implies invest $500,000 and immigrate to the United States. It sort of implies you just show up with a bag of cash at the U.S. Embassy in Beijing or any U.S. Embassy around the world, slap it on the counter, and they slap a green card in your passport. That is not at all how this process works. EB-5 participants, those programs that are allowed to utilize EB-5 benefits, they're vetted heavily by U.S. federal regulators. Moreover, the entire visa process is essentially an exercise of, for lack of a better term, and a term that President Trump himself has used with respect to immigration, extreme vetting. Okay, the EB-5 program was designed to create it's designed to create an engine of economic growth in the United States, and also with the concomitant benefit of a visa for those investors willing to invest a certain amount of money in the USA. And this is important. This kind of investment in the United States is very important for a couple of reasons. Most notably, frankly, the U.S., I'm not going to say needs the money, but it's always a good thing to have economic growth. It's always a good thing to have foreign investors wishing to invest in a given country. Now, yes, would these investors be investing $500,000 in a given project without the EB-5 incentive? Perhaps not. But the EB-5 program creates incentives for projects in the United States that are worthwhile to some extent. And so again, I bring this up because the implication, first of all, is that you can just show up and sort of get this thing done like on the spot if you've got enough money. That's not the case. Department of State officers and Department of Homeland Security officers vet anyone seeking a green card to the United States quite heavily. The process is rather time-consuming and it's quite detailed. It involves interviews. It could involve multiple interviews. It could involve multiple different sets of documentation that need to be sent in. Also, as can be seen in another video on this channel, proving source of funds is a significant aspect of the overall EB-5 program. And in proving source of funds, the Department of State and Department of Homeland Security ascertain whether or not the individual who's putting this money into the United States gained those funds in a legitimate manner. So again, this implication that there's something sort of seedy about this, I take kind of umbrage at it because it's not really true. The EB-5 program, it was set up to allow large investors in the United States to come to the United States and remain if they make a certain money investment in the USA. And to me, that seems pretty equitable. Now, one could argue, and I would be willing to listen, that perhaps maybe certain aspects of the EB-5 could be reformed or changed a little bit. Tweaked really is probably the better word. And I could hear that, and I could probably agree with certain points on that. But this overall notion that there's something inherently wrong with the EB-5, to me, it's ignorant, for lack of a better term, because it fails to understand the gravity of the program and the gravity of the process, as well as the benefit that's gained by not only the investors in the United States, but by people in America. I've dealt with clients in the past who've made significant investments in the United States, and it has had a significantly positive impact on people in the United States. You know, people have gotten jobs out of these types of things. It improves communities when a large project comes in that might otherwise not have gone in there. And those, you know, that particular project may act as a sort of a landmark or a magnet, if you will, that then attracts more economic activity to a given location. This is why it was important to me to make this video, to sort of clear up the rather bad rep, for lack of a better term, that the EB-5 seems to have gotten low these past few months. To me, the EB-5 program is an example of a good idea. That yes, maybe there are some things that could be changed as far as the implementation, but it is, for lack of a better term, a true win-win.